afternoon, class. Today we'll be learning about different types of divisibility rules and relationships. First, the main rule I want you to learn is kind of an easy one. To find out if a number is divisible by 2, it must be an even number. All even numbers are divisible by 2. So an example of this is, we'll just start by writing out the basic even numbers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. If we divide each one by 2, it can be broken up into 2 equal parts. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So as long as it's an even number, it can be broken up into 2 equal parts, and which will give you a whole number for the answer. So this one is a very basic rule to learn. It's the easiest one. A number is divisible by 2 if it is an even number. So that's all you need to know for that one. The next rule is to find out if a number is divisible by 3. So a number is divisible by 3 if you add up all the digits, and their sum is divisible by 3. So an example of this would be 31. To find out if 31 is divisible by 3, we have to add up the sum of the digits. So 3 plus 1 equals 4. 4 is not divisible by 3. So 31 is not divisible by 3. Another example would be 42. 4 plus 2 equals 6. 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So 42 is divisible by 3. So once again, if the number is divisible by 3, you have to add up each individual number, and their sum must be divisible by 3. That's kind of a hard one, but you'll get it. The next rule is if a number is divisible by 5. This one is also easy because all you have to do is count by 5s. So a number is divisible by 5 if it ends in 5 or 0. So an example would be count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. All these numbers are divisible by 5. So just count by 5s and you'll have your answers. That one's another easy one. Okay, the next rule is to find out if a number is divisible by 6. And it is divisible by 6 if the number is divisible by both 2 and 3. This one has more steps because you need to find out if it's divisible by 2 and 3, which is why it's important for you to know how to find out if a number is divisible by 2 and 3. So an example would be 12. 12 is divisible by 2, it equals 6. So 2, it meets that criteria. And divisible by 3, 1 plus 2 equals 3. 3 divided by 3 equals 1. So 12 would be divisible by 6. So you see how that worked? Okay. The fifth rule I want you to learn is another easy one. A number divisible by 10 if the number ends in a 0. The number ends in 0. So here all you have to do is count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, and so on. All these numbers that end in zeros are divisible by 10. They're always going to be like that. So now let's do some examples. Okay. The first example we're going to do is which of the following numbers divides 123,456. Is it either 3, 4, or 6? Okay. So what we have to do first is look at the rules for each individual number. So the rule for 3 is when all these numbers are added up, can it be divisible by 3? So we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. This equals 21. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. So yes, 3 can divide this number. Okay, so next we go to 4. Can the number be divisible by 4? And 4 is the same thing. It's the same thing as divisible by 2. So here, it's an even number. So 4, it can be because it's an even number. Now 6. Can the number be divided by 2? Yes, because it's an even number. Can the number be divisible by 3? Yes, we already determined that. So 6 is also correct. So the answers for the solution for this problem would be 3, 4, and 6. All of these numbers divide 123,456. The second example we're going to do is which of the following numbers divide 2,345,678. Is it 3, 4, or 6? So here we do this. Here we do the same process. We add to find out if it's divisible by 3. We have to add everything up. 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. This gives us 35. 35 is not divisible by 3. So 3 is out. And the next question is, can the number be evenly divided by 4? This one cannot be divided by 4. So that one's also out. For 6, it must be divisible by 2 and 3. It can be divided by 2, but not 3, which we already determined. So the solution is none of these. None of these divide that. I'm going to be passing out some practice problems for y'all to do. And y'all take some time to do them by yourself. And then we'll get together as a class. And then I'll help y'all if y'all have any questions. But as far as doing it on your own at home, the homework is on page 211, numbers 1 through 6. And page 215, numbers 5, 7, and 10. Do these as best you can. And if you have any questions, write them down, bring them to class, and we'll go over them together. So these were the 5 divisibility rules I wanted you to learn. So practice them and get to know them. Thank you so much for listening to my lesson. Keep practicing.